Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're still watching Nile Cruise, and now we're going to talk about the golden harvest, ancient Egypt as a world's granary. As we witnessed the golden waves of the wheat harvest across Egypt this May, we find ourselves tracing a tradition that spans over 7 millennia. Today, we delve into the heart of ancient Egyptian logistics at the Ramesseum Temple in Luxor, and the site of the world's most famous ancient granaries. Joining us to uncover how agriculture fueled the grandeur of the pharaohs is our guest, Egyptologist Rana Ihab, and she is an Egyptologist. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Dr. Rana, for coming.
Thanks for you. And actually, I'm enjoying every time I was in the Nile cruise by the Nile River behind us.
Thank you.
This is the most amazing
We
thing.
enjoyed your company
Thank
too.
you.
Thank you, Dr. Rana. Dr. Rana, tell us more about the Ramazim. It's Ramazim, yes?
Exactly.
Uh,
Actually, the word itself is coming from the Ramses II, and it's
mhm.
because it's the attached symbol when you are talking about the grannies and we are talking about the stores that's attached to the temple of King Ramses II. It's for sure in Luxor, where is the land of palaces there. So actually, this is talking about the temple itself is telling us about amazing battles that he have done in his life.
Okay.
Behind each wall in the temples of Egypt, definitely we have amazing thousands of stories. We still discover it until today. So it's really, really amazing. When we are talking especially about the stores there, the ancient Egyptian intelligence happened in this period, and it continued forever. So actually we are talking about how they are saved or they store the grains inside all of these stores for a long time. It was mentioned in the holy books, by the way. It's mentioned in the Quran, it's mentioned in the Bible. So that's what make this place is very, very special. We are talking about the walls. It was made from mud brick that's coming from the Nile River, and they dried it into the sun for a long time. Then they doing the ceiling of it, not just the normal ceiling we see everywhere. It's like a vaulted ceiling. So the pressure inside the store itself, it's not that high. And they are doing by the way without the machines like what we have today.
Without technology.
Without technology, that exactly without technology, they have the control of the air inside the grains, because when we are talking about the grain, it's something sold. So if we have just one thing up or one thing less for the temperature, it will be something will not eaten and we can use it after a long time. So how that's why we see it's a really, really smart thing how they are doing the stores inside the temples and are attached to the temples. And these stores, it's not actually for the grains or for the food they are eating or the agriculture. It's about that we found inside it a papyrus. And the papyrus, one of the most amazing known story in history in Egyptian literature in general, which is related to Sunuhian. This is one of the amazing stories, and actually people now called the one who wrote it as the Arab Shakespeare. So it's one of the amazing stories telling the people how they are really going in their life.
Yeah. Dr. Rana, Egypt has historically been dubbed the granary of the world. How did the surplus of wheat and barley elevate Egypt's status among the neighboring countries in ancient civilization?
So actually Egypt at that time, we are talking about the 18th dynasty, it's really, really developed. So we have everything. So we know how to do the grains and how we know how to do the agriculture. Even before that time, we have the irrigation system, which is known from the Middle Kingdom time. So that's what make Egypt can export all the treasure that we have from the food, from the wheat, from the grains itself to outside, to go outside Egypt. So actually we have those things even during the Greek or Roman time, and it was known and it was mentioned in history that in the Roman Empire that Egyptian have a one ship coming out from Egypt and it's feed all Rome
Oh,
at that time.
really?
So it's a one ship only. So Egyptians love agriculture so much, and
Yeah.
this is our main job, even
And
during those
Egyptians
days.
are givers.
Exactly, exactly. So we give all the world. We didn't
Yeah.
have any problem with that, because
Yeah.
as we enjoying the life, we need also others to enjoy. We love
Mm-hmm.
feast. We love. We have amazing life, so we
Yeah.
need to show it to the
To
people, to
share
the
it
world.
with the others.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even with the kind of the food we have.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the people said, okay, Egypt is only related to the architecture, related to the pyramids, tombs. But what about the another life? What they
Mm-hmm.
are doing in the real life? How they eat? So
Mm-hmm.
we have amazing food here in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Not only the grains. We are talking about the veggies. We are talking about the fruits.
Yeah.
Even we bake the cake since thousands of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is one of the most amazing things, and it's wrote in the temple.
Yeah.
And I just translated to English, and I'm telling you,
What
we
kind of cake?
actually date cake,
Oh,
because we have
really?
a lot of date
The best ever.
exactly, and it's a sweet. So
Mhm.
actually
Do you have the recipe of the dead
it's
cake?
not yet. It's just only the cake. But I want to tell you that it was known to all the world,
Yeah.
that Egyptian lady who learned the people how to eat. She
Mhm.
is the one who did the East. And the
Mm.
East published to all the world. So the
Mm.
Egyptian lady who baked in the home teaches
Mm.
the world how to eat the bread.
Mhm.
Normal. So
Mm.
again, it's since 5, 6,000 years ago, and
Mhm.
we know how to use this process.
That's why Egypt is the mother of the world.
Exactly, and when we are searching during the Egyptian cities or Egyptian towns, we will found actually in the in the Upper Egypt and the villages especially, it's a shame if you buy bread. You
Mhm.
need to make your bread in your home.
Yeah.
So you will find all the ladies inside their homes have their own oven. How they bake everything inside the
Mhm.
home, and
Mm.
they just take it from the farms around them. They
Mhm.
take it to the home, and also they send it at like the places of Cairo and Alexandria. Thanks God, it's fine for us to do
Yeah.
that. So yes, this
Yeah.
is how Egypt feed all the world.
Yeah, yeah. We are currently in May, the peak of the harvest season in ancient Egypt. How did the ancient Egyptians celebrate this specific time of the year? And did it differ significantly from the modern harvest celebration?
Yes, actually, when we are talking about the festivals in Egypt in general, we will found we celebrating around the 400 days in the year. So all
Mm.
the year we have a celebration where we celebrate with each season. We are talking about the harvest in ancient Egyptian. We have only 3 seasons.
Yeah.
We have the season of the we are doing the grains, or we are doing the beans inside the sand.
Mhm.
Then we have the time of waiting this grains is coming up, and it's also depend on the flood of the Nile River.
Yeah.
So that's why we just looking to the Nile River and just sticking to it, what will happen, and then the harvest season. Yes, we are now in the as the ancient Egyptian, it was mentioned that as a Beret season.
Mhm.
So we are in this time in the Beret season.
Yeah.
So we are waiting for the rains. If you are walking through Egyptian street now, you will find all the fruit shops. It's full of amazing fruits, tasty one.
Yeah.
And when we have foreigners here all the time, they are surprised how it's really sweet. So
Mhm.
especially the Egyptian mango, because
Yes.
in just 2 weeks for the Egyptian mango,
Uh-huh.
that you will find the people are surprising. It's not added sugar, and
Mm.
it's really sweet. It's
Yeah.
because of the Nile River for sure,
Mhm.
and because this is the seed that we have here since thousands of years ago.
Mhm.
So we keep it. So why we are celebrate?
Mhm.
Because it's a time for gaining the food, for having a tasty fruits,
Yeah.
and also for the trade. So Egyptian thinking in the economic way since a long time ago. This is the time for them.
Yeah. Dr. Rana, you just mentioned the River Nile as a gift for Egypt, God's gift to Egypt. In your view, was the Nile itself or the sophisticated management of its agriculture that truly built the pyramids and the temples?
So in the case of the how the River Nile played important role in the building for the temples and pyramids, because in case of pyramids, for example, in Giza, actually we have at that time 7 branches for the Nile River. Now we have only 2. So one of the branches is very close to the Nile River, so it's a source to move the bricks and to move the granites and to move the mud from the Aswan to Cairo. This is the first point. And the second point, actually the Nile River, without the Nile River here, nothing will happen like what we have today. For sure, we have a lot of things depend on the Nile River. This is true, but Egyptians also can do a lot of amazing things. We have two seas and the Nile River. So, but I want to tell you how the Egyptians thinking about the Nile River. They need to understand the mindset of the Nile River.
Yes.
And when we are searching during the history, we will find that Egyptians did a lot of Nilometers to just measure the level of the Nile River. For example, we have two Nilometers in Aswan city, an island called Elephantine or Elephantine. So it's there, and it's amazing. You are very close. It's a high plateau, and you are when you're going to down to the Nilometer, you will find you are very close to the Nile River. And when you're going down to the stairs, you will find it to your left side. You will find the numbers. It was wrote in the Greek and it was wrote in Arabic. So it's telling us something very important. Even after the Arabs comes to Egypt, they still using the same ancient way to measure the level of the Nile River.
This is amazing.
Exactly. And here we have near of us here we are now in Maniel Island. We have a Rauda Island there, and we have a Nilometer there. It's happened in the Islamic time, and we didn't still use it, but it's still one of the most important things how we understand the measurement of the Nile River.
Is it a sightseeing?
Yeah, it's inside the Nile River.
I mean, is the tourists visit this Nilometer?
Exactly. It's near to Kulthum, the most famous Egyptian singer. And also, we have a palace there. It's called Ministerli. So they can visit all of these places together for sure, with the amazing architecture of the Nilometer there.
Dr. Rana, the Museum granaries have distinct value design. What was the engineering secret behind keeping grain fresh and also safe from pests or humidity for years?
Yes, actually, that's just we mentioned it. It's about how they are doing the architecture of it. We made the pyramid before building those stores thousands of years. So for sure we have before an exams and we have things that telling us how we do it in the perfect way. And as we mentioned, the mud brick that's coming from the Nile River, and they dried it into the sun for a long time, because even the humidity in the mud brick can affect on the grains inside. So we are sure that it was really dry. Then we're doing the vaulted ceiling for the grains there, so it's safe in a good way. And we depend more on the beans and on the beer, because we use the beer a lot here in Egypt. Even we keep it with the stack of it. So we didn't take the beers one by one. We keep it like it, and we saved it since a long time. And it was mentioned also in the Holy Quran that when Yusuf is coming to here, and he saved all of these things for a long time. And it was mentioned that all the world comes to Egypt to take from the grains, because the world in that time it's not in the good time. And as we are today, so Egypt is still doing this until today even.
Dr. Rana, the wheat wasn't just food, it was currency too. How did the central government in ancient Egypt manage the distribution of the grain from the Ramesseum to the workers and the public?
Actually, here is the point of why Egyptians are happy in the time of the Paris season, because they know we have a trade in Egypt since long time ago. I can say this, we are doing the trade in Egypt since the time of the building of the pyramids. So we are talking about the 600 years ago. 6,000 years ago. So yes, this is true. And at that time, yes, we didn't have currency. Just to give me a food and I give you another thing. This is the idea. We have a lot of scenes in the tombs and in the temples of Egypt how we are doing this trade. So we are traveling to places that we never reach, and when we are happy because we are reached to this point, we just wrote it in the temples or on the tombs or on the ship of the commander or whatever. So we are telling how we are communicated with the other world around us.
Yeah.
So sometimes we found an excavation in one of the place in the world, and it was with the Egyptian Khartouche, were the name of the king.
Yeah.
So because we reached to this point at this time and we are doing something for them and they are giving us something, for sure, I will not say yes, Egypt in that time have all of these things in the world, no, but we know what we have, and what we have is very valuable for the world, for that reason they asking about it.
Yeah.
So we are bringing some fruits, some veggies, some of everything, and we make it back to Egypt.
Yeah. Dr. Rana, how did the strategic storage of grain allow the pharaohs to maintain a massive workforce for decades-long projects such as the construction of these grand temples?
So actually, if there is no food, no work.
Yes.
So this is the strategy. Very, very simple one. When we can feed the people, that they can doing amazing things.
Yeah.
And this is reflects when we have the tourists come here to Egypt and we telling him we need you just need to eat the Egyptian food or the bean of Egypt because it's completely different from any other place. We have it our way to do it. We have our way to make it grow up. We have the Nile River. So all of these completely different things. So when we giving a food for the people of Egypt who working there, that mean I will the food is important for brain. So how we will know how to work in that. So it's very, very simple. It was wrote. I just want to mention a point. Is very important point that all the people talk about it. Oh yes, the pyramid was made by a slave.
No.
So how they are made by slave and making some amazing project like this in our life. So we have even in the tombs of the workers for the pyramids there, we have their style of food in that time. So it's telling us how Egyptians love the food and how they are made a very important role in their life even to work in that time. So that helped the rulers to have, when you have a strong
What they
thing.
used to eat, Dr. Rana?
Sorry?
Pharaohs. Did they
used to eat?
Yeah.
So actually, we know what they are eating from the offering tables in the tombs and temples. So they eat bread, different kind of bread.
Okay.
So we have a trend now. It's about sourdough. So did you try our Egyptian sourdough
Yes,
before?
I
Which is called
did.
the العيش الشمسي.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
this
made.
is Aish Shamsi?
Yes, it's our sourdough.
Okay.
Thousands of years ago, how we made it, how we bake it, and they bought it on the even on the offering tables. They have fruits and different kind of fish, even ducks, because we didn't. And
They eat
geese,
ducks?
Yes,
And ورق عنب?
it's not that. It's not that one. The stuffed veggies is not there in Egypt. But I want to mention that Egyptians eat geese and ducks all the time.
Okay.
We know chickens in the very, very near stage, which is entered by King Thutmose.
They do eat chicken?
Actually, chickens comes to Egypt. And
after the pharaohs?
It's not after the pharaohs. It's in the time of King Thutmose III.
Okay.
Because we are.
And they used to eat it or no?
Yes, they used to eat it. After that time, we used to eat it. But Egyptian knows by geese and ducks because
but they prefer ducks.
It. Definitely, we prefer ducks. So that explains why it's expensive kind of now.
We all prefer ducks.
So those are things, eggs, and they are eat everything that we have in the Egyptian lands in that time. Even they offer it to the god.
Yeah. Dr. Rana, was there a religious or symbolic significance to wheat and the harvest in the eyes of the priests? or common people?
Yes, yes, sure. When we are talking about something that touch the Egyptians' life,
Mhm.
so it's converted to be a sacred thing. خلاص.
Mm.
It's like the everything we are loved so much, so we need to treat it in a very very good way. It's not to relate it to the God, or we haven't a God for it, but we know how to do this. The organization way we are doing our harvest, the organization way that we are doing our lifestyle in food in general, that helps the king to be on his throne, by the way. So that's why it's something very very value to Egyptians.
Yeah. Dr. Rana, as the world looks towards the sustainable food security now, what is the most important lesson we can learn from the Ramaziyum's granaries?
Keep eating delicious food and keep the way we are even until now. So we are thinking in the ancient Egyptian time, what will happen after 1 or 2 years?
Yeah.
It's the same strategy we are doing it now. So when the country actually encourage the people to doing their own projects and sustainable things, especially when we are talking about the agriculture, now now we are see how the government doing its effort to have a water in many desert places that we have here in Egypt.
Yes.
It's to create more agricultural land. And this is the same strategy. At that time, we have 7 branches for the Nile River. Now we can create different canals, different things, different ways, using to make more green area or more green places in Egypt. And it's the same. We keep enjoying delicious food.
And we enjoyed your
Thank
interview.
you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much, Dr. Rana Ihab, the Egyptologist, for coming to Nile Crew. Thank